Hey guys, it's me, Sally, coming to you again with another YouTube video. This is the AEW Dynamite results from 3/30/2022, which was yesterday. So first thing we have is the kickoff with Jim Ross doing his usual "It's Wednesday night" catchphrase after the regular theme song cold open video intro plays. Then shoots inside the host venue of tonight's show, and then JR finishes off his introduction. We then hear the theme song begin playing as the camera pans over to the ring to get us started. First match of the night is CM Punk versus Max Caster. CM Punk entrance brings out the best in the world he sells inside the ring after soaking in a huge pop from the South Carolina crowd. Max Casper then comes out dishing out a freestyle rap as he makes his way out to the ring, which of course included a nice jab at the Will Smith, Chris Rock situation from the Oscars. Casper and Punk immediately gets after it as the bell sounds to get this one off and running. Punk establishes the early offensive control and then brings Casper down the mat where he focuses his attack on the shoulder and arm. The offensive momentum shifts in the other direction when Punk changes up his planned attack when he noticed Anthony Bowens at ringside. This allowed Caster to take over, and he began manhandling the veteran CM Punk, even cutting off a comeback attempt tried by CM Punk when he caught him off coming off the top with a flying crossbody splash. He walks him around the ring a bit, and finally, Punk takes over again, but this time doesn't last so long as Caster moves out of the corner as Punk ran in for a flying knee. Caster picks back up offensive control and hits a fisherman buster in a close pin ball attempt. Caster heads to the top for the mic drop finisher after that. However, Punk chops the hell out of him from the ring mat to stop him. He then hits a Hurricane Rana to bring him off the top the hard way. Punk hits a knee strike in the Bulldog out of the corner for a close pinfall of his own. Punk then hits a big tombstone power driver before lashing Caster into an Anaconda Vice for the submission victory. Winner via submission is CM Punk. Then we have a CM Punk is on a mission to capture the AEW World Title. After the match, Tony Schiavone entered the ring to conduct a post-match interview with CM Punk. Schiavone asked him about the title belt around the waist gesture from last week. Punk asks the fans what it means. He then goes on to make it clear that whether it will be Adam Cole or Hangman Page, he is going after that title. He addresses the gray in his beard and says before his time in AEW is done, he's going to have more. He points at scars on his head and says before he done AEW, there will be more scars on his head. Finally, he says before his time at AEW is done, he will be the AEW World Champion. Then MJF tells FTR that Wardlow used to talk crap about them. We head backstage and where we see FTR and eventually MJF in the interview zone. They talk briefly as we see someone come by to hang up some Wardlow signs indicating that he is banned from the building tonight. MJF then takes over the speaking portion of the segment as FTR are more than friends, they're family. He then tells FTR that he didn't want to say anything before, but Wardlow used to constantly talk all kinds of crap about FTR. He says that not when he's here to talk, that's not what he's here to talk about. And then he closes by saying, when you're in the pinnacle, you're always on top. Then we have Jay Lethal versus Jon Moxley. We head back inside the arena where Jay Lethal's theme hits, and he comes, and he sells inside the ring, and his theme music cuts off. Now the familiar sounds of Wild Thing plays the outcome of preview of violence. Jon Moxley comes out. The bell sounds, and we're off and running. With this one, we see Mox jump off to an early offensive lead as Excalibur plugs some upcoming AEW shows on commentary. Finally, we see Mox take back over in control of this one after he turns Lethal inside out with the enormous lariat. We see an instant replay of that as Moxley continues to go work on him. Lethal ends up cutting off Mox's offensive run and takes it back over. He heads to the top rope but doesn't connect with anything. Mox catches the boot of Lethal on a kick attempt and then avoids the Lethal injection attempt by Lethal. He slaps a rear naked choke / sleeper hold on him. They fall down to the mat, still in the hold. Lethal counters and goes for a pin attempt, but Moxie kicks out. Minutes later, after Moxie escaped a figure four leg lock attempt that looked dangerous, he hits his finisher and scores the pinfall victory himself. So winner is Jon Moxley. He beat Jay Lethal. Then we have FTR versus the Gun Club. We return from the break to the theme of FTR Hidden Day brings out Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, which is the Revival, wasn't as they was called in the WWE. Now they call FTR and AEW, who head to the ring for their scheduled tag team contest. Once in the ring, their theme fades down, and then they await the entrance of their opponents for this evening. With that said, the Gun Club theme hits an Outcome Austin and Colton Gunn, accompanied by their legendary father, Billy Gunn. Now they settle on the ring, but before anything else happens, the theme for MJF hits and the Pinnacle leader makes his way out to join JR, Scorpion, and Excalibur on the special guest commentary for this match. As the bell sounds to get this one off and running, we hear from MJF on commentary, and he makes it clear right off the bat that he doesn't want to hear the name Warlow while he's sitting at the table. Back in the ring, we see Dax getting close to finish this one off. He turns and sees Billy Gunn on the ring apron, which stops him. They jar each other down as Billy tries to help the Gun Club win with a cheap shot right in front of the rep. FTR somehow overcomes this and still manages to connect with their big rig finisher for the pinfall victory. So your winner is FTR over the Gun Club. Then we have Eddie Kingston, Santana Ortiz beat down JSS, which is Jericho Appreciation Society. We return from the break and we see the Jericho Appreciation Society backstage in the interview zone. Chris Jericho talks about the JSS being the talk of the town in the wrestling world as of late. After he finishes up, Daniel Garcia gets a moment to talk, and then he, along with Team 2.0, mocked the fact that Eddie Kingston and team of Santana Ortiz are nowhere to be found. They sarcastically check each curtain on both sides of the interview zone, and when pulling back the second curtain, we see that Mad King and the proud and powerful duo are in fact standing right there waiting for them. The brawl is on, folks, and the aforementioned trio are beating the JSS all over the backstage area inside the arena. They eventually take the fight into the ring where they hit a sweet super finisher. The JSS ends up gaining offensive control once the brawl settles inside the ring as Floyd, the baseball bat, makes an appearance. This leads to Kingston and the duo of Santana Ortiz being viciously beat down in the segment. Then we have Jade Cargill accepts challenge to face Marina Shafir. We shoot backstage to the interview zone again where Tony Schiavone is standing by with Jade Cargill and smart Mark Sterling. Cargill wants to know who is going to be the victim of her 30th win in AEW. Sterling informed the TBS Women Champion that she will be facing off against the librarian Leva Bates. She doesn't like the idea of calling Bates a joke and telling her to hit the bricks before accepting the most dangerous challenge of all, women's MMA veteran Marina Shafir, who was featured in the Big and Red that aired earlier in the show this evening. Then we have Bryan Danielson versus Wheeler Yuta. So then Danielson goes off on several occasions. Ultimately, he doesn't. However, eventually Danielson takes over and begins hitting the semi-finishing spots and then connects with a big tombstone pile driver before finishing Yuta off for the victory. So your winner is Bryan Danielson over Wheeler Yuta. William Regal was at the announce desk. Then we have Adam Cole and the Red Dragon Championship celebration. After a quick video package hyping up the Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo main event, we head back to the ring for the championship celebration of Adam Cole and Red Dragon. The trio are in the ring and they are holding the AEW World Championships and the AEW Tag Team Championships that they stole from Hangman Page and Jurassic Express. From there, we see the aforementioned 3 title holders make their way out, and the brawl ensures all 6 guys duke it out tooth and nail until finally we see Paige and the tag team champions empty the ring of the Undisputed Elite. Then we have Tony Schiavone interviews AEW Women's Champion Thunder Rosa. Thunder Rosa was brought out by Tony Schiavone for the onstage interview segment. She said it was a shame that her celebration last week was cut short, but she's the first ever Mexican-born world champion in history. She fought and clawed her way to the top to be the face of the division, and she wants to be the face of all women's wrestling. People want to bring her down, but foundations remain standing, and she will remain a foundation in this company. Rosa demanded Nyla Rose talk things out with words or fight in the ring. No matter what, Rosa will be there. Then we have FTR out to recapture AEW Tag Team Champions. We head backstage again for a segment where FTR is shown talking directly to the camera while holding their tag team titles. They make it clear that they not only are they going to win the Ring of Honor tag team titles on Friday, but also out to become the first ever 2-time AEW Tag Team Champions. Dax Harwood, top guy, is out. Catchphrase didn't end the segment. Then we have Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament Qualifier, The Bunny versus a person that's making their debut. So the person that's making their debut, out comes The Bunny to kick off their inaugural tournament, with the winner of this match becoming the first person to qualify for the annual tournament. She enters the ring and awaits the entrance of her opponent, who has been advertised to be the newest signee to the women's division in the AEW. With that said, out comes Toni Storm. So Toni Storm is all elite, so she joined AEW. The former NXT UK Women's Champion makes her way to the ring to an enormous pop from the fans in South Carolina. Then the bell sounds to get this match off and running. After some early action, we see the Bunny avoid a shoulder tackle and then kick Storm through the ropes. She hits a clothesline as we head to a mid-match commercial break. When we turn from the break, we see Storm fire her way from underneath, and she ends up securing a victory to become the first to qualify for the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament. So your winner advancing to the Owen Hart Foundation Women's Tournament is Toni Storm. Congratulations to Toni Storm. She's in AEW now. So, yeah. Nyla Rose has been day one with AEW wants the championship. We see Nyla Rose and Vicky Guerrero standing by backstage as they talk directly to the camera to deliver a message. Nyla makes it clear that she deserves the title more than anyone else. Then we have Darby Allin versus Andrade El Idolo. After the commentators run down some announced matches for next week's show, we head back to the ring for our main event of the evening. Out come Andrade El Idolo to his theme music as he goes one-on-one with Darby Allin in our final bout of the show this evening. He settled to the ring and his music died down. From there, the familiar sounds of Darby's entrance tune plays to bring him out to the square circle as well. The two duke it out to get this one off and running. After some early action would ultimately see Andrade establish the offensive control, we head to a mid-match commercial break. As we settle back in from the break, we see the action still in progress. When Darby Allin starts to fight his way back into the lead, the ref get bumped, and then Darby Allin hits an over-the-top stunner to shift the offensive momentum into his favor. As Jose the assistant tries to get involved, he ends up getting cut off by Sting, who he didn't know was standing behind him. The Butcher and the Blade also run out, but Darby hit a big splash from the ring to the floor on them to take them out. Back into the ring after some more interference, see Darby on the receiving end of a buckle bomb. He is fed to Andrade, who hits his finisher for the pinfall victory. Great match, great main event here on this week's show. So your winner is Andrade El Idolo. Then once this match wraps up, we see the numbers game beat down from the Andrade family office to Darby Allin. We hear the familiar sounds of entrance music of the Hardy Brothers, Private Party, and the duo of Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy to run down to make the save for Darby Allin. They beat down the Andrade family office and cleared them from the ring to end the show on a positive notes. So that's all. That's the results for AEW Dynamite for 3/30/2022. So thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like my videos, comment my videos. You guys have a really good day and peace out. Bye.